Hello everyone, welcome back to Brian's Mysteries and Adventures on Trail. Today's video we are going to be talking about an emergency case. This woman just disappeared about a week ago. Please share this video and her story with as many people as possible. We're going to be talking about the disappearance of Miss Lane-Fournier. She also went by the name of Phoenix. She is 61 years old. She is roughly 5'2" and 150 pounds. Has reddish brown hair. I'm going to have all kinds of pictures throughout the video. On November 22nd of this year, 2024, Susan Lane-Fournier, who is a resident of Brightwood, Oregon, was reported missing after failing to show up for work. Family and friends knew that she had gone out hiking. She was in the Mount Hood area. I'm going to have various pictures and maps to show you. This is actually not that far south of the Pinchot National Forest where several of my recent videos occurred. Here is a map. As you can see, it's up in the northwestern part of Oregon near the Washington state border. It is thought that she set out for her hike in the Salmon-Huckleberry Wilderness. More specifically, they believe she is hiking on the Green Canyonway Trail. As you can see in this map, all those dotted lines represent various trails in the Mount Hood area. These are some pictures of the general area. This is looking out, but as you get into the forest, it is very dense, very rugged. Many parts of this area have been hit with very cold temperatures along with snow, really awful wind chills. Here's another map to give you an idea. It's located south of Pinchot National Forest, like I said. There's the Green Canyonway Trail. Friends and family stated that although she is familiar with the area, it's not known what kind of gear she was carrying or whether she had gear for an overnight stay. This is a picture of Miss Susan Lane-Fournier, or Phoenix. She is believed to be out hiking with her two very large dogs. They are part Malinois. They are very protective of her. Their friends and family say they are like guard dogs and would never let anything happen to her. Like I said, this all got started when she failed to show up for her job at this place. Her boss and good friend called the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office to report her missing. This was very out of character for her. The deputies immediately went to her home. After failing to find her at her residence on November 22nd, that coupled with her not showing up for work, they knew something was wrong. They started getting their search and rescue teams together. The next day, someone in the community actually reported seeing her vehicle, which is a white 1992 Ford F-250, which was parked along the East Salmon River Road near the Green Canyonway Trail. This is a picture of her actual vehicle and where it was found. After this was reported, one of her friends, a woman named Carrie, said that this seemed very odd to her. It didn't seem like a place that she would normally park her vehicle that was going to go out to go on a hike like this. Her friend Carrie also told the authorities it's extremely unlikely for her not to show up to work, not to call anyone, and even worse, no one's seen or heard anything. She's quoted in saying that she's a bit eccentric, but everyone up here in the mountain is a little bit eccentric. She said that she is the most kindest, loving person, responsible. She doesn't think that she would just go off and not tell anybody. These have all been pictures of the area to show you how dense, rugged it is, and how in many areas the trees form a canopy. After finding her vehicle, search and rescue efforts got started immediately and are still ongoing. Here are some various pictures of the search and rescue efforts. They have covered over 100 miles of trail. Unfortunately, there has been very cold weather, in some areas very cold rain. Here are some pictures of various search and rescue volunteers heading up the trail that they believe she was on. Here is a picture of the search and rescue team coming across one of the many rivers that you often have to cross in these situations. As you can see, this can pose a lot of danger. Aside finding the vehicle and having very limited information from the family and friends, they brought in more search and rescue teams from the Portland Mountain Rescue Group, the Mountain Wave Emergency Communications, the Pacific Northwest Search and Rescue. Of course, the Clackamas County Search and Rescue, along with the Clackamas Sheriff's Office, were all out there searching, looking for leads, trying to find Miss Susan Lane-Fournier. On Monday, November 25th, they dispatched roughly 40 search and rescue team members into the Salmon-Huckleberry Wilderness. They were also able to get help from the U.S. Forest Service, who provided snowmobiles drone teams. They were also able to get special drone teams from the Pacific Northwest search and rescue teams. They had several teams of various search dogs out looking over 100 miles of trail. Miss Fournier, as she was lovingly known as Phoenix, was herself a former search and rescue member in the state of California. She is well aware of the dangers in these kind of conditions, especially heading into winter. She has a son who is obviously worried sick about her. He did say that being with her two dogs, those two dogs would be able to fend off a bear. They were always so protective over her. He, along with other family and friends, have been out there every day searching. Some of their friends that know her very well say that they don't believe she's a missing hiker. She has had some tough times in the last month. She's going through a divorce, which apparently hit her very hard. So while some of them are fearing the worst, others say that she wouldn't put her dogs in harm's way. She probably was just going out there for a hike, possibly got lost or disoriented. Maybe the weather overcame her at some point. Other friends have commented that despite her going through this painful divorce, she was happy generally in life. She loved her job at the Hoodland store. They all agree, though, that it is very out of character for her, A, not to show up for work, and B, not to give more friends and family details on the hike that she was going to do. From the beginning of the search on Saturday through Tuesday, over a dozen search and rescue teams, volunteers, drone teams, helicopters, search dogs, roughly 900 hours have been put in looking for Phoenix and her two dogs. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Department is asking that anyone who has information about Miss Lane-Fournier or her dogs are encouraged to call them at 503-655-8211, or there's a tip line which is 503-723-4949. Of course, I'll have all that information and more in the description. Search efforts are still going on, but the bulk of the main searches are starting to be scaled back. Please share this video and her story with as many people as possible. All her friends and family, her son, they're all going to go out and continue to search. They all want to get Phoenix and her dogs back. They want to bring them home to safety. If you live in and around that area and want to volunteer on any of the searches, you can contact any of the groups. I'll have information in the description. I want to dedicate this video to Susan Lane-Fournier, Phoenix, her son, all of her family, her friends, her co-workers, all the search and rescue and authorities that are out there trying to bring her home. I hope and pray that she and her two dogs are brought home safe soon. My wish and hope for you is that she will be found along with her two dogs and you'll all be able to celebrate Thanksgiving together. Thank you so much for watching, for all your support, your comments, your feedback. I love hearing from you, so definitely leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free. It really helps out the channel a lot. All my efforts with search and rescue research and working to get back into the field. Special thank you to co.ag for providing the background music. Wishing you all a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving, being able to be with friends, family, whatever you like to do, whether it's just taking some time off from work, being by yourself. I just hope and pray you all have a wonderful holiday. Please share this video with as many people as you can. Let's try and bring Susan Lane-Fournier and her two beautiful dogs home so they can be with their family for Thanksgiving. Alright everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day or whenever you happen to watch this. Have a wonderful holiday. See you in the next one.